Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. Back here in the Vath camp. Yeah, next we just wanted to go to the Dragon Slayer with the others, but this Vath has a quest that I believe will unlock daily quests or something like. Great Hunter, we are honored with your return to our humble hive. There is something which weighs heavy on our mind. Very heavy. We have a newcomer to Lost Vath. He has not yet proved himself useful, and so he has no name. So determined is he to find his place that he left the sanctuary to forage in the forest to the east. He has not returned. It has been difficult as of late, very difficult. We have grown hungry, and food remains scarce. The One Mind has seen to that. This nameless one means well, but he is highly curious with his newfound senses. This makes him vulnerable. The forest is the domain of the hunters, and his intentions may be misunderstood, for men have not the means to tell Vath from Nath at a glance. Will you not lend us your assistance in finding him? Will you travel to the hunters of the east and ask if they have seen him? Kind hunter, generous hunter, you have our gratitude. Please make haste, so that the weight on our mind can be lifted. Okay, back to Telferer. Okay, then let's look if he's here somewhere. Or if someone here has seen him. Hello, Choco Jack. I was hoping to find for a fine bird, and lo and behold, I captured a bloody Nath instead. Yes, we have a nameless one. Have you been sent by the storyteller? Tell your hunter friend to release me at once. We are not of a one mind. We are Vath. I don't care if he's a two-headed bandersnatch. He isn't going anywhere. I'm detaining him for stealing our resources. Normally I'd say we're more lenient than Nath in terms of territory, so long as we don't hunt in excess or attack us. But this overgrown Vulcan comes and gobbles up all the geisel greens we laid out in traps. Enough bait to keep a drove of chocobos sated for days. Gone, with nothing to show for it. So hungry we were. We could not help ourselves. Unable to hunt, unable to forage. We are no different from a parasite. If only we could find a way to release ourselves from this pitiful way of life. Well, if you insist. You misunderstand. Please spare our life. It is all we have. I spared he will. Stop tormenting the poor creature, Grimald. He doesn't know any better. We ain't savages, but we ain't Cheryl the Neighbor. You'll have to pay us back for the greens you ate, and seeing as you don't have anything on you of value, it looks like you have to work off your debt. Last I checked, we're running a mite low on arrow shafts. Harvest me some Melia branches and we'll call it square. Very well. Release us and we shall do as you say. 'Cause I ain't fool enough to let him go off alone. I'd ask that you see to it that beastman don't flee from his debt. And if he does, I'll have every hunter from here to the 100 throws after him for thievery. Understand? Okay. Ah, we are free. Much appreciated, hunter. Now then, to the smoldering wastes. Oh man. So, now. Well then, the storyteller must be waiting for us. We make for Los Astvad. You intend to run away? Yes, we know. If we flee, we will never again be able to move freely. To the non-mind, independence is all. If we take too long, the hunters will surely come after us. Kind hunter, will you help us? We will not ask you to bear the entire burden. One sapling should be enough. We will gather the rest on our own. And... well, there's a tree. Have you the branch? Here's a branch. Many thanks for this. Now let us return to the hunter's camp and be done with it. Seriously? I hope you actually collected some of those. Because that one won't satisfy him. Well, call me a Chocobo's uncle. I'm impressed. You've given me more than your debt called for. These branches will make for fine arrows. We usually got to send a whole party of hunters together this much, with the familiars thrashing about and enough lurking in the brush. Even with our scrawny arms and legs, you've proved more useful than I thought. You were useful? I would say so. To be honest, I didn't expect you to come back with so much. Or to come back at all, for that matter. We too will be honest. We fought to flee, but this hunter persuaded us to stay. But we were useful? I said you were, didn't I? In fact, I tell you what, since you brought me more than a fortnight's worth, I'll even throw in a small reward. A sack of geisel greens to take home to your kin. What? You mean more of those tasty greens? For being useful? We tried to find a way to be useful at Lost as Vath. We tried, but we could not find our purpose. Well, we hunters ain't like to turn away an extra pair of hands, beastmen or not. And we offer fair pay to adventurers willing to take on the more dangerous task. Ain't that right, Serenia? Yep. Adventurer? There are those who travel in wilds of their own accord, risk life and limb for the sake of these rewards? Such excitement, such fortune. We want to become an adventurer. Can't say I've come across an adventurer who requested geisel greens as a reward, but we'd be willing to compensate for honest work. If it's food you're after, I'm sure we could arrange for some spare cuts of meat too. More crunchy greens and juicy flesh? Enough to feed our colony. We will relay this to the storyteller at once. Okay, storyteller. Thank you, Hunter, for bringing our nameless brother back. We hope he was not a burden to you. She's no hunter, storyteller. She's an adventurer, and we are a burden no more. Look at what we have brought you. What strange-looking plants, yet they have such a delightfully bitter taste. We have other good news. We have found our purpose. We will become an adventurer too. If we work hard, the hunters promise to reward us with food. Food for the colony. You mean the hunters of the East? We thought it safer to limit contact with them. But they gave you such delicious rewards. You have done well, Nameless One. With your newfound purpose, we are sure you will ease the hunger of your brothers and sisters. But trading with the hunters will not solve all our woes. Much more is required for our survival. Yet, much more. Our colony is falling into disrepair. We need metals for our defenses. We need clay for our walls. But one mind knows this. They seek to impoverish us. A few of our unmined brothers tried to steal such things from Los Vath. They never returned. The one mind rages at what he sees as boldness, even though we are mere leeches partaking of tiny drops of their blood. Tiny drops. Even leeches do not loathe their own host as much as we. It is shameful that we must rely on the one mind to survive. You can rely on us, storyteller. We shall travel the realm and offer our services in exchange for resources. We will bring back precious rewards from beyond. Travel the realm? You mean to cross the hunter's borders to lands beyond? Nameless One, it is too dangerous. Fear not, it is what adventurers do. To explore unknown lands, meet their peoples, obtain greater rewards, strengthen the colony. You speak strongly of your purpose. Very well, should you succeed, we can sever ourselves from our one mind completely. We can truly become our own masters. But do not become a pest, seeking work where there is none. The hunters may take offense at your eagerness to obtain rewards. How will you know when your services are required? An adventurer's guild. A place to exchange information and gather requests from others. Nameless One, no such place exists here. If this is your solution, you must start your own. But I'm certain you will not be alone. Some of your brothers and sisters still want for purpose. Seek them out. An adventurer's guild. There's much to do, but first we will introduce you to our brothers. Come, come. Making adventurers out of these, Vath. This is the stick peddler. He peddled sticks. He lost his connection with one mind at near the same time as we did. There was one other, but we do not see him. You mean the Keen Eye? He saw shadows fly across the colony. He was hungry and said he would hunt the shadows east toward the river. He could not have gone far, for he fears the water. Feared it much. He would not cross the river unless it was near the bridge. Wise Vath know to avoid the bridge, for ferocious dragons often lurk near it. Could it be there were the shadows that the Keen Eye saw? Brave adventurer, go check the bridge while we search the area for the Keen Eye. He could be in trouble. But do not slay the dragon if you see them. Dead dragons will invite reprisals. We will lend you one of our Congamata. We have fitted it with a contraption which sprays putrid smoke, which irritates but does not wound. Yes, irritates. We got too close to it once. Most irritating. The Congamata are unaccustomed to fleshling riders. If you fall off, talk to the stick peddler. He will help you back on. Now, let us find the Keen Eye. That creature looks so weird. Mode. Bounce! I don't like this game anymore. Why did you do this? He's the keen eye, so he named himself, for he never tires of discovery. He returned to the hive soon after you departed and search for Bridge. We are grateful to you for your assistance. We enjoy exploring the lands near the colony, but we were careless in our search for curious things. Our nameless brother tells us he will open an adventurer's guild in Vath. It was not long ago that we too yearned for purpose, and we will gladly join him in his mission. It is decided. The keen eye will help us find many opportunities for adventure. Many opportunities. But our guild is not yet complete. We are unsure of the actual trait of adventuring. How to find things, how to fight things. We cannot do it without an experienced teacher. Kind adventurer, will you teach us your ways? Very well. Wonderful. Wonderful. From now on we shall call you as a master of a craft. Master. Leave the construction of a guild to us. The keen eye will be on the lookout for our hunter friends and any requests they may have. But there are very few adventurers to carry out the tasks now. Very few. In fact, only you. We are hoping you could show us how it is done. The storyteller told me he is most pleased with your deeds to our colony. Consider us friends. And from now on, let us work together for the guild. And now that we have found our purpose, I shall be nameless no longer. As long as I have so deft an arm in adventuring, I shall call myself Deft Arm. The nameless one is now called Vath Deft Arm, and an adventurer's guild has been constructed in Vath. The hunters of Telfair are now clients of the adventurer's guild. Beast tribe unlocked. The reputation is now friendly. We started friendly. Okay. Jump in here or no? I just have to stay outside. Master, did you notice my scarf? The storyteller gave it to me. I wanted a scarf that suits my purpose. All who visit the guild will find me easily. But I must convince others of my purpose as well. Master Camp laughed when I told him my new name. He said I have yet to grow into it. Perhaps this is true. So let's test a few quests out here. Ah, great hunter. The perfect fleshling for the task at hand. Since we began helping the hunters in Telfair, there's been much coming and going between our two settlements. Yes, much coming and going. But this draws unwanted attention from the forest. Wild animals are drawn to the road, attacking our brothers and the fleshlings. The road is no longer safe for traveling. There are 3 places where most attacks occur. I will mark them on your map. Yes, 3 places that must be checked. Please look carefully and slay any beasts you find. Requests from flashlings grow stranger by the day. Tailfeather hunters asked us for herbs, but not for eating or self-making. Flashlings want to make smoke for recreation. They say inhaling smoke has a pleasing effect, but we do not understand. Smoke is for driving away dragons or vermin. This use of smoke seems very strange. Yes, much too strange. We do not understand, but you are a flashling too. You understand this practice of smoke breathing, yes? This is why we ask that you gather the hunter's herbs. You can find herbs that sprout in the smoldering waste, but we do not need many. 3 herb sprouts should do nicely. Yes, very nicely. Great Hunter, please, you must help. We received terrible news from Tailfeather. The hunters suffer from a vermin infestation. They say that crops of tasty greens are in danger. The tasty greens are precious to the Vath. Yes, very precious. Our brothers and sisters will starve without them. The King Tamer has fitted our Kongamato with canisters of repellent to drive off the pests. Go quickly, Great Hunter. Fly to Tailweather and spoil the crops. The Kongamato is ready to spray the tasty greens. Be careful, the pest repellent is very pungent. I spilled it once. The spell was much too strong for me. Yes, much too strong. This quest is actually much easier once you can fly, because you can just fly over the mountains into the village and are not threatened by mobs on the way. So far, so normal quest, right? For dailies. We had these before with the Sylphs and the Amalja with riding a mount. And of course the hunt beasts and gather herbs are as normal as quests go, right? What a... By the gods, it's everywhere! My eyes are burning! I take it this was meant for the crops? Well, I think you missed the spot, but please, I beg you, mind your aim. Oh gods, why? I think I'm going to be ill. At least the bugs are gone now. Before you go, mind making a trip into the Chocobo Forest? Those bugs have been eating up our crops every chance they get, and we have 2 traps out there using them as bait. The last thing we need is our traps to be empty before the Chocobos find them. I think I can do it quickly without you. Okay. Was a bit annoying since I had to make sure not to get attacked. But, by the way, attacking, let's investigate the monster attacks on the road. Oh, a brown bear. What is that up there? Can't select it. Note from the future, by now I know that point up there is a sightseeing point. Because now that flying is a thing, finding all sightseeing points can be annoying if they're not marked somehow. So they marked them with that spot. And the remaining is the herbs for what one? They want cigars, I believe. Welcome back, Great Hunter. Was your journey successful? Yes, this we do nicely. Now, what did the flashing say to do? First, drive him with fire shards, like so. Then chop into fine pieces, and there, it is done. All that remains is delivery. Might I ask you to take them perhaps? We think it better we receive packages from one of them who understands with smoke breathing. The order was from 2 hunters, Lupard and Grimold. They had complained other shipments took much too long. They are always waiting. Please hurry. We fear we will go irritable if we take too long. Are the vermin gone? The tasty greens are safe? This is good news. Yes, good news. Hunters are always so thankful. At least we think so. Lieutenant once said, "Bugger me, that's not the best trick I ever saw." We don't quite understand. Bugs are bad for the tasty greens, yes? Why does he wish to be a bug? To be honest, we knew this task called for bear hunting, but they're so savage, towering high on their hind legs. They're so much too dangerous. Much too dangerous. We received this request a few days ago, but we waited. We knew waiting for Flashling, like you, Great Hunter, would be the best plan. We will try better in the future. Yes, next time we will try to be braver, like you. Okay, so for the smoke quest, I have to return to Tailfeather, turn this in, and then return to the Vath to actually turn in the quest, but I do this without you, okay? This was just a little look into how the Vath reacted to the quests and what quests they offered. Anyway, until next time when we actually return with the main quest and go to the dragons. I'm Mace and don't get lost.